there. There'll also be, and this is undetermined, what they're going to do with the clubhouse and with the property in front, which can be retail. Tomorrow night, if you're in Lower Paxton, September 5th, they're going before the commission, and there's some people that have concerns because the plan has changed. So if you're in the area, check that out. PennDOT has approved their traffic study, which will include a turning lane and a light at Crumbs Mill Road. And there'll be increased access into Blue Ridge and a widening of the roads. The MOU we talked about. Construction will begin based on weather conditions as early as 2019. Now, the last thing I want to say is, as a school board member, retirement communities are something we look upon favorably, and I think you can do the math. You get taxes but no kids. And I don't know about Susquehanna, but Central Dauphin now, we're at a population level we anticipated in 2025, which is another stress on the community. We are now the 13th largest school district in the state. 12,500 students, 92,000 residents. So as we're doing this land use planning exercise, don't forget about the school district, because the school district tends to be a driver on when people want to purchase real estate. Or go to a school district that has an A rather than an F. I mean, that seems to be normal. But at Blue Ridge, I think there's a number of issues that are still outstanding. Part of the settlement was a 31-acre park, and it's unclear as to what that's going to look like, and that'll be donated to the township. When Swan first got involved in our sector of Lower Paxton, we had these little pocket parks that you see around. We didn't have any parks. Straight Wind now has a gorgeous park. It's a 10-acre passive park. We have an 8,400-foot walkway, which was part of the settlement negotiations. It's lit with lead lights. Each bank of the Paxton Creek is protected for 150 feet. And in the Straight Winds project in Lower Paxton, it's 40 space. You're at about 40% at Blue Ridge. So I know people have said density, this, that, and the other thing. It's a trade-off. It depends on what you want. Do you want the 31-acre park? Do you want the interconnectedness? I think the most controversial aspect there is that those are high-end apartments. So most of the units, I don't want to say most of them, certainly a lot, 160 apartments are high level, kind of modeled on what you see outside of an urban setting. But Blue Ridge is a reality. It's going to happen, and if you're interested, tomorrow is critical that you attend. And also ask to see what the PennDOT District 8 plan looks like for traffic. I think a lot of people are probably going to be relieved that there's a light at Crumbs Mill in Lingelstown. However, if you go back Crumbs Mill Road, it's like an upside-down roller coaster. I'm not really sure how you accommodate that traffic. The final part is, and this is part of Straight Winds Farm, if you've ever traveled Crumbs Mill and Paxton Church, that intersection was level. It used to be, I don't know if you remember it from the past, very, very dangerous. So the last part, this is not Blue Ridge, but it's Straight Winds Farms. There's two knobs on Crumbs Mill Road that are going to be evened out. So that'll give you guys some idea in the future when we say leveling out a knob like on Colonial, that you're basically going to take the knob out for better sighting distance and perhaps better turning. So that was real quick, Blue Ridge. You may have a bazillion, but hopefully not, because I want to get home and watch Idol. But I know I've never seen it. I don't even know if it's still on. The only reality show I liked was the one with Ozzy Osbourne.
So where are all these people coming from? What do we have here in our area that's drawing people to these places?
It's a good question, and I think, and I'm glad I have a prepared response for you. You ready for the three reasons?
From New York.
Well, you're also in a transitional area. I know, like for Straight Winds Farms, those homes pop just like that. If you're here, your homes pop pretty quickly. You have a good school district. You have access to Harrisburg. People say, my relatives in New York, you're griping about, what are you griping about? It takes me, 3 days to go from Long Island to New York City. But, so this is what just to give you an idea of Lower Paxton, these are some of the homeowner associations. You have Forest Hills, you have Straight Winds, you have Kensington, you have Victoria Abbey, you have Windhurst, you have Tuscan Villas, and then you have Blue Ridge, and then Union Green Station is a TND. So these are all either done or under construction now. And, I can't answer where they come from, but apparently it's a desirable area. Taxes, I would guess school district, proximity to Harrisburg. The other thing I would point out is, this is another shameless, I don't know if I have it here, if you have your hand-ups with you, you will see that we're having a homeowner association forum on the 27th. At that forum, I'm going to beg off the question because there'll be Mark DeSanto from Triple Crown Corporation will be there, the president. There'll be somebody from Joy Daniels of Real Estate there, and Fred Lighty, who's head of the Lower Paxton Planning Commission, will be there. So it's a good question for Fred, because I think we're getting oversaturated with age 55 communities. And you may not want to hear it, but you're going to see more residential development, especially entry-level housing. I'm sorry, sir.
I'm sorry, just real quick. It's just a homework assignment for everybody. Over the next week or two, count the number of New York license plates and New Jersey license plates that you see. I started seeing this a couple of years ago. I thought, oh, well, people are here for Hershey Park. I'm seeing people now parked on streets as I'm on my way to work down 6th Street. People are coming from New York because you're paying probably a third of what you would pay in real estate taxes and everything. You're getting much more house for the money. We have great schools, lower crime rate. So I believe with this, these T&Ds that are, the one that's being built here, with Vartan and these other places, Blue Ridge, you're going to see people coming because the word is already out that this is a great place to be, a great place to
They
live.
can't write off your property taxes anymore in the federal tax rate.
Right.
If you're paying $12,000 or more a year in property taxes, boy, this area.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm seeing a lot of New York plates around.
Well, the other thing is, look, we're the third oldest state for a reason. The reason is we don't tax pensions.
Right, that's
All right,
right.
so basically, it's not all bad. You see an influx of New York and New Jersey people up in Pike and Wayne County, and some of those school districts are flush. It's not the case here, but I would happen to think that everything you said is correct. Safety, security, relative size of house you can get. It's not just New York or New Jersey. There's nothing wrong with that. It's probably DC, Baltimore,
Right.
or wherever. And look, how many people that you know that are born and raised here that are also snowboarders that have maintained 2 residences? So,
And you can get back to New York pretty easily up 81, so it just makes sense, I guess.